From Walsh Field at Wakefield Memorial High School in Wakefield, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Today it's the Blue Sox with a record of 13-9-1, taking on 13-5-1 rather, taking on the Wakefield Merchants with a record of 12-9. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story on a gorgeous, bright, sunny Sunday afternoon here in Eastern Mass. The Blue Sox on a historic offensive tear these past 4 games. I'll tell you a little bit more about it as the game progresses, as we're getting a little bit of an early start here, as Aaron Barboza is going to step into the batter's box to lead things off for the Lexington Blue Sox. We're in their Carolina blue jerseys. And the first pitch to Barboza at 3:53 is ball 1. Pitcher for the Wakefield Merchants is ground to the right side, gets away from the first baseman, and that'll be, I'll see if that's going to be a hit or an error for Barboza, but not a good start for the starting pitcher, Greg Johnson, for Wakefield. Barboza is aboard, and that'll bring up Jake Wilsey, the second baseman, who has been a focal part of this offensive tears. That's in there for strike 1 to the right-handed hitting second baseman out of Tulane. So bright I can't see my computer screen very well. The pitch. Grounded to the left side and through for a base hit. And the Blue Sox are in business early, first and second, nobody out. So that'll bring up Dorian Rojas back in the lineup. Dorian playing only his 9th game this year, batting .260 with 7 RBIs. He pops this one up. Infield fly rule is in effect, and the catch is made by the second baseman. So on one pitch, Dorian is retired. Dorian batting again .260 with 7 RBIs, not 3 RBIs. Here's Taylor Ferguson, who had a big game on Friday night against Somerville. 2 home runs, doubling his season total and tying him with Will Brennan for the league lead in that department. The pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. So we'll see if Taylor will be swinging early in the count. He does, down the right field line. And this is going to get past the right fielder, down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Being waved around third is Wilsey. The throw into the infield is a little bit offline. It's a 2-run double for Taylor Ferguson. First pitch swing, second pitch, early count. Swinging for the Blue Sox batters here, and it's paying off as the Blue Sox are on the board first. It's 2-0. Taylor picks up RBIs 9 and 10. And that'll bring up Alex Wojtek, who also had a home run on Friday night, and he takes strike 1. Alex Wojtek batting .333 with 3 homers and 13 RBIs. Takes ball 1. 13 RBIs is tied for the team lead with Jeff Costello, who's not in the lineup today. The pitch is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Pitch is up and away from Greg Johnson for ball 2. Johnson making his 7th appearance of the season, 2-1 with a 6.56 ERA. as this is popped up. Coming in is the first baseman, makes the catch for out number 2. He's faced the Blue Sox once this season and took the loss in 2 innings, allowed 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 of which were earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. That was back on June 25th. So I'll bring up Justin Silvestro, who's getting the start at third base today. And he chops this one to the right side. More early hacking for the Blue Sox, and the pitcher Johnson makes the play to first for the out that retires the side. Blue Sox get 2 runs on 3 hits and leave 1. After half an inning, Blue Sox 2, Merchants coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. On the mound today for the Lexington Blue Sox will be Ryan Filipowicz. Flip making his 6th appearance of the season, 2-1 with 1 save and a 1.02 ERA. In 22 thirds innings, he's allowed 17 hits, 6 runs, only 3 able to earn, walked 2, and struck out 14. And his first assignment is one of the contenders for ICL MVP, Bobby Lozano, having a phenomenal season, among the leaders in most offensive categories in the ICL, batting .431 with 2 homers and 14 RBIs, 6 doubles, and 3 triples. And Lozano takes strike 1. And we're going to have an early substitution as Raimundo Gomez comes out of left field and Connor Green will take his place. That misses 1-1 to Lozano. Flip is making his first appearance of the season against the Merchants. And he gets Lozano to swing and miss at that one for strike 2. He pokes this one over the head of the second baseman Wilsey and into right field for a base hit. A leaping attempt by Wilsey, but that was well over his head. And a good piece of 2-strike hitting by Lozano, and he's aboard, and he's got wheels. I'll bring up the shortstop, Scott Searles. Lozano, 9 of 11 in stolen base attempts this season. He does not run, and Scott takes down and in, ball 1. Searles is betting .346 with 6 RBIs. And he skies this one into center field. Now coming over is the left fielder Green, but it'll be taken in by the center fielder Ferguson for the out, 1 down. That brings up Mark Weber, standing in from the left side. And a throw over to first, close play. They did not get him. Weber second on the team in hitting at .404 at a team high 15 RBIs. Another check at first, and they got him. The second attempt got him. Lozano is picked off, and just like that, 2 down. So Flip can work with a full windup, and he gets strike 1 in there to Weber. Weber, the right fielder, takes strike 2. And I misspoke, Scott Searles is getting to start second base today. The 0-2. Laced right to the shortstop, Ruaco, for the out. That retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And after half an inning, Blue Sox 2, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Video broadcasts also available. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. We go to the top of the second. It'll be the bottom third of the order, due up for the Blue Sox: John Puttress, Connor Green, and Chris Ruaco. Putty getting the start as the DH today. Putty upped his average to 216 with 3 RBIs. 217, I should say, with 3 RBIs. Ball 1. Johnson, the wind and the pitch, and this is chopped to the right side. Pulls the first baseman way off the bag. He'll underhand to the pitcher, covering, and he gets the out. So again, the Blue Sox swinging early in the count. They've made contact on the second pitch 4 times. Only Wojcik's drawn out in that bat, and that was a 5-pitch at-bat that resulted in the pop-up. Here's Connor Green, the left fielder. And he takes strike 1. Connor batting .385 with 4 RBIs. Takes low, ball 1. On the outside corner, strike 2. The offensive outbursts that the Blue Sox have been on The 8 home runs they've hit in their last 3 games are the most they've ever hit in a 3-game stretch since 2006. As Connor laces this one to center field, back goes Lozano, makes the catch, 2 down. And the 6 home runs they've hit in their last 2 games is also the most they've hit in back-to-back games. Scored 49 runs now in their last 4+ games. As Rocco looks to bunt his way on, it's a good bunt, fielded by the catcher, throw on to first. It pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Rocco is safe. So the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza, who got things started in this game with a single and eventually came around to score. So good speed on first and even better speed in the box. Throw over to first, trying to repay the favor on Lozano, and Rocco's back diving. This is grounded up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Searles, on to first. And just like that, the side is retired. Again, the Blue Sox being aggressive, swinging early in the count. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left after 1.5. Blue Sox 2, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. And be sure to subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Bottom of the second, heart of the order due up for the Merchants. And here's Mike Sorrentino, the veteran, the first baseman today. And the first pitch to him from Flip is taken for strike 1. He pops this one up. On the infield, Wilsey calling for it. A couple steps into the outfield now, makes the catch. 2 down. Well, it's not just the Blue Sox, it's the Merchants swinging early as well. That'll bring up the catcher, Chris Butler. Butler standing in from the left side. And the pitch is laced into center field for a base hit. A couple hops in front of Ferguson, and it's the second base hit of the game for the Merchants. Butler coming into that at bat was batting 273 with 8 RBIs. Next batter grounds one to short. Rocco to second for 1. On to first. How about that? A double play. And on 4 pitches, Ryan Filipowicz throws a 1-2, faces the minimum. Not a 1-2-3 inning technically, but we are just breezing right along these first 2 innings. After 2 complete, still Blue Sox 2, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. And for those keeping it score, that was Dylan Coster, the shortstop, grounding into that 6-4-3 double play. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Greg Johnson, clearly from the Karis Leanhout school of warm-up tosses, as he gets his warm-up tosses over with quickly, and Jake Wilsey will lead things off here in the top of the third as he takes strike one. Wilsey singled and scored his first time up in the first inning. He chases a bad one, skipped outside and in the dirt, and it's 0-2. So Johnson taking advantage of the Blue Sox aggressiveness. Johnson is only through 21 pitches through the first 2 innings. And Wilsey swinging again. He pops this one up, and it drops between Sorrentino and Butler. It'll remain 0-2. Wilsey and then Rojas and Ferguson due up. And he chops this one towards Rick DeAngelis in the third base coach's box. Next offering, finally takes one, and it's up and away for ball one. Of those 21 pitches Johnson threw through the first 2 innings, only 5 were for balls. Fouled away again towards the Blue Sox dugout. One, two again. Up the middle and through for a base hit. And Wilsey is 2 for 2. That's the 5th hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox. And that'll bring up Dorian Rojas, the first baseman, who popped up to second his first time up. See if Dorian can work the count a little bit here this time. With a runner on first. And he takes up and away ball one. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 men left for the Blue Sox. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left for the Merchants. The 1-0 to D. Down low, 2-0. So hitters count for Rojas. I mentioned the torrid pace the Blue Sox have been on offensively with the 8 home runs in their last 3 games. As this is into center field, Lozano stopped, comes in, makes the catch on a line for the first out. The Blue Sox, well, it's going to be hard to keep that home run streak going because there have only been 2 home runs hit all year here at Walsh Field, and this is one of the deepest parks in the ICL, if not the deepest. This is into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to roll for a long time. Around second is Wilsey. He's being waved around third by Rick DeAngelis. He will score. It is 3-0 as Taylor Ferguson picks up his 3rd RBI of the game, to 2nd RBI double. Taylor Ferguson having a phenomenal past 3 games. 3-0, and that brings up Alex Wojtek. Wojtek popped up to the first baseman Sorrentino his first time up, and the pitch taken down and away for ball 1. Third baseman Collins is in on the grass. And this is down the third baseline and foul to even the count at 1. For a minute, I thought it was going to roll all the way to the fence, which is pretty deep here, and Ferguson's got decent speed. He could have had a triple or maybe go for an inside the Parker. Front door curveball misses inside, and it's 2-1. And now Wojtek will call time to lace up his cleats again. Wojtek back behind the plate after playing the last couple of games that he's played at first. As he takes on the outside corner strike 2. Wojtek, of course, played along with Thomas Russo and the rest of his Holy Cross teammates in the NCAA tournament this year, so he had a few extra miles on those knees. Rick DeAngelis giving him some rest there. As this is through the left side, into left field for a base hit. Being waved around third is Ferguson. The throw to the plate will be cut off by the third baseman Collins. Wojtek picks up another RBI, and it is 4-0. So 3 hits in the inning, 7 hits already through 2 1/3 for the Blue Sox. And that's going to bring Dave Elligood out to the mound to have a conference with Johnson and the entire Merchants infield. So Ferguson up to 11 RBIs on the season. Wojtek takes over the team lead with his 14th RBI. Ferguson also just hit his first double of the year. All 4 of his extra base hits were home runs. This is down to left field for a base hit as Silvestro goes the other way on the first pitch. So first and second. Still only 1 out. And that'll bring up Putty. Can't tell if anybody's warming yet for the Blue Sox. For the Merchants, rather. Their bullpen is obscured by the right field dugout. But here's Putty, who grounded out 3-1 his first time up, and he takes ball 1. I thought it was going to be a more patient approach by the Blue Sox after Wilsey grounded out a 7-pitch at-bat into a single, but it's been more early hacking. As this is grounded to the right side, through for a base hit. Being waved around third is Wojtek. The throw to the plate is going to be bobbled by the catcher, Butler, and in to score is Wojtek. It's an RBI single for Putty. Advancing to third is Ferguson, and it's 5-0. So more abuse delivered to Johnson by the Blue Sox. We mentioned how he allowed 8 runs in 2 innings against the Blue Sox in the last time these teams played back on June 25th. Here is Connor Green, first and third, still 1 out. Infield in, and Green takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Green flew out to center his first time up in the 2nd. 4 consecutive hits by the Blue Sox. And Green skies this one into left field. Camping under it is McGonigal. He makes the catch. He will tag. Actually, he did not make the catch. It dropped, so Putty advances to second. Green, Silvestro scores. Did he score? Putty got to second, so... Oh, yeah, Putty advanced on the throw, so... My bad, folks. It is a sacrifice fly. Connor Green gets the RBI. Sack 7. 6-0 Blue Sox. Putty at second. Here's Chris Ruaco. Eddie skies this one into center field. More first pitch swinging. Back goes Lozano. Eddie will run this. He will... Did he run that down? He did. Wow. Great running play by Lozano. Rocco hit that ball a ton, but unfortunately is retired, and the side is retired. But the Blue Sox score 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And after 2.5, Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Somerville Royals and look to deliver more punishment to the Royals like they did on Friday night. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on YouTube. Ryan Collins to lead things off against Ryan Filipowicz here in the bottom of the third, as the bottom third is due of the order is due up for the Merchants. That's strike 1 to Collins, the third baseman. He takes on the outside corner, strike 2. Collins batting 143 with 2 RBIs. Flip tries to get him to chase down in the dirt, and it holds up 1-2. Flip has allowed 2 hits, but has only faced the minimum through the first 2 innings, thanks to a pickoff of Lozano in the first and a double play ending the second. This popped up on the infield. Flip calling for it, makes the catch. With the sun so bright today, those fielders are going to have a tough time. So far so good, though, for both sides in terms of fielding, as Collins is retired 1 down. Here's Anthony Cesare, the DH. Cesare takes ball 1. Cesare batting .244 with 9 RBIs, and he's drawn 7 walks. Has struck out 12 times, though, as that's up and in 2-0. That's fouled off, and it's 2-1. If you're wondering where Thomas Russo has been the past few games, well, Russo's now playing for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks of the Cape League. Congratulations on getting the call to the Cape League, Thomas. And your production will be missed, but we wish you the best of luck on the Cape. This is skied into right field. Barboza going back, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Breeze is blowing straight out to center, but it's not a strong breeze. Here's the number 9 hitter, Paul McGonigal, the left fielder. Gonna go betting 235, and he pops this one up into the outfield, and it'll be the shortstop Ruaco making the catch. Another quick inning for Ryan Filipowicz. He's faced the minimum through 3. After 3 complete, Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Top of the order, due up for the Blue Sox, Aaron Barboza, Jake Wilsey, and Dorian Rojas. And we just got a little bit of a scary development here as we just found out that the power outlet isn't working here at Walsh Field. So I don't know if we're going to have to cut this broadcast short later, but that's down low for ball 1 to Aaron Barboza, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. That's on the outside corner. 1-1. Outside with a breaking ball, 2-1. This is popped up into center field. In comes Lozano, makes the catch, 1 down. So that'll bring up Jake Wilsey, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. Johnson winds and delivers, and Wilsey fouls this one off for strike 1. Johnson's coming up on 50 pitches. This will be number 49 here. And it's into left field. Back goes McGonigal to the line, and it's foul. For strike 2. 49 pitches, 36 for strikes. But meanwhile, Ryan Filipowicz has thrown single-digit pitches in each of the first 3 innings. 22 pitches through the first 3 innings, to be exact. 17 of them for strikes. Economical, to say the least. The 0-2 to Wilsey. Upstairs, 1-2. Wilsey and then Dorian Rojas, and if anybody gets on, Taylor Ferguson. Front door curveball, hit him. So here's Dorian Rojas, hoping to race his 0 for 2. It's popped up to second and flown out to center. Johnson looks at first, comes set, and comes home with it. And a swing and a miss at a pitch down and away. Throw down to first, and Wilsey's back safely. It's 0-1. First baseman holding on. Wilsey at second, rest of the infield at double play depth, and another pitch outside that swung on and missed by Rojas for strike 2, 0-2. The pitch, low, and it gets away from the catcher Butler between his wickets and up to second. On the wild pitch goes Wilsey. It's now runner in scoring position for Dorian. Dorian chops this one to the left side. It'll advance the runner. Throwing on to first is the third baseman, Collins. Good heads-up base running there by Wilsey to advance to third, even on a ground ball hit to the left side. Dorian is 0 for 3, and that brings up Taylor Ferguson. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Looking for another RBI here. Off-speed pitch, drops on the outside corner for strike 1. Mrs. Wojtik and Mrs. Russo, I got your messages. Anytime, really. 1-1. You know, the Blue Sox only want the best for their players, and maybe we'll see Thomas in a Major League uniform someday. Downstairs, 2-1. Another RBI for Ferguson, just 90 feet away. And he's not going to get it there as he fouls it into the screen to even the count at 2. Like I said, only 2 home runs have been hit here at Walsh Field this season. One of them by the Merchants. And a check swing, and actually getting a piece of that was Ferguson. As Wojtik is doing a lot of running behind or in the on-deck circle with his pads on. Into deep left field, back goes McGonigal against the wall, makes the catch for the out that retires the side. Ferguson just got underneath that one, nearly had his 5th home run of the season. Alas, it is the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Blue Sox held out of the hit column for the first time today. After 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 6 and the Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Video broadcasts also available. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Bottom of the 4th, and the top third of the order due up for the Merchants. Bobby Lozano singled leading off the first, but was picked off. He skies this one into center field. Back goes Ferguson. He's got a beat on it, and he makes the catch, and an important first out there. I'll bring up the second baseman, Scott Searles, who also flew out to center. That was his first time up in the first. Flip winds and delivers. First pitch swing again, grounded to short. Ruaco fires to first. 2 pitches, 2 outs. That'll bring up Mark Weber. Lined out to short on an 0-2 pitch, his first time up. Flip winds and delivers. And probably an automatic take there as it's 0-1 on the outside corner. The pitch. Fouled off and it's 0-2. Because the last thing you want when you're trailing 6-0 is to have a 3-pitch inning if you're the offense. The 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Little looper into right center field and down for a base hit. And the Merchants had their third base hit of the ball game. They've all been singles. 2-out base runner that brings up the cleanup man, Mike Sorrentino. And Sorrentino takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Sorrentino popped up to second, his first time up leading off the second. Throw over to first, low throw, but held onto by Rojas and back safely as Weber. Third baseman Silvestro back and close to the line. Front door curveball misses inside, 1-1. Liner, what a leaping catch by Chris Ruaco! Ruaco, Gem Factory over there. And the Merchants are retired. They get more than 3 batters to the plate for the first time in an inning, but after 4 complete, Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, Facebook Local Sports Productions, and on Twitter at LSP37. And be sure to subscribe to the LSP channel and LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. The catcher, who is 1 for 1 with a single. As his foul. Coster ground into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up, and he takes ball 1, 1-1. This is grounded to the left side. Shortstop Ruaco has it, fires on to first, 2 down. Flip could go all night at this rate. And here is Ryan Collins, the third baseman, who popped up to Flip, leading off the third. He grounds this one to the left side, scooped up by Silvestro. Another 1-2-3 inning, another single-digit pitch inning for Ryan Filipowicz after 5 complete. Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox host the Somerville Royals. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. Connor Green to lead things off here on the top of the 6th. Still out there is Spencer Meyer. We'll give you the line on Greg Johnson a little bit. You know, a funny thing is, we haven't had a strikeout yet this game through 5 innings by either side. And that's low for ball 1 to Connor, who is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 3rd. And he fouls this one off his foot. Is he okay? Fell down to his backside there, but he's going to walk it off. Chris Butler took his bat for a moment, but he's going to get it back. Just walk it off, make sure he's all right. The line on Greg Johnson, who is in line for the loss, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 1 hit batsman, 1 wild pitch, 61 pitches, 42 for strikes. Meyer delivers, and that's upstairs, 2-1. Green, Ruaco, and Barboza due up. Green skies this one into right center field. Back goes Lozano. He's got a long way to run. Tracks it down, using that excellent speed of his to track down one that was in the right center field gap, but it hung up long enough for him to get there. So Green is 0 for 2. Here's Chris Ruaco. Singled in the 2nd, flew out to center, ending the 3rd. And made that spectacular leaping play to end the 4th. Timed his leap just right to rob Mike Sorrentino of a base hit. And he takes ball 1 from Meyer. Rocco pops this one up. Foul over the screen now to play to even the count at 1. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the stream, folks. The good news is I did manage to get the power back on here. Just had to push the reset button on the power outlet here at Walshfield and then reset my internet connection, and we're back on the air. 2-1, still 6-0 Blue Sox. We haven't had any runs since the 3rd. Blue Sox haven't had a hit since the 3rd either. Rocco fouls that one off, and it's 2-2. Blue Sox leading the ICL in team batting average of 304, as this is into center field, right field rather, and making the catch is Weber for out number 2. So the line turns over for Aaron Barboza, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Barboza was batting 136 entering play. It's getting his first start since June 28th, as that's in there for strike 1. Low for ball 1 to even the count. It's been the Jake Wilsey, the Taylor Ferguson rather, and Ryan Filipowicz show here today. Ryan Filipowicz pitching as economically as I've ever seen anyone pitch. As is grounded down the first base line, fair ball fielded by Sorrentino. Steps on the bag, and another 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Meyer. Blue Sox have been retired 8 in a row, dating back to the 4th inning. And after 5 1/2, Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Ryan Filipowicz has thrown 38 for the first 5 innings. Eight pitches, 30 for strikes. He's been taking advantage of the aggression by the Merchants. They have not really made solid contact at all, barely at all. They had 3 singles and that ball that, and after 6 complete, still Blue Sox 6, Merchants nothing. This is Blue Sox